akiwa chuoni akaanza
tunaendelea kupata burudani kutoka brass band ya jeshi la polisi, tukiwa tunaendelea kusubiri wakati utimie ili viongozi wetu wa mataifa haya mawili, Tanzania na Afrika Kusini, ukumbi wa mikutano wa kimataifa wa Mwalimu Julius Nyerere hapa jijini Dar es Salaam, ikiwa ni ishara ya kwenda kuanza kikao chetu kati ya jukwaa la wafanya biashara wa nchi za maendeleo kusini mwa Afrika SADC pamoja na viongozi wakuu wa mataifa haya mawili, Tanzania na Afrika ya Kusini. Kama ambavyo nilitangulia kusema, watakapokuwa wanaingia, basi tutawapa ishara ili sisi wote kwa heshima tuweze kusimama na tuwapokee kwa kuwapigia makofi mpaka watakapokuwa wamefika kwenye eneo ambalo limetengwa mahususi kwa wao kuweza kuketi. Lakini kabla hawajaketi, kwa heshima kubwa tutawaomba waendelee kusimama, nasi tukiwa tumesimama, ili tuweze kuanza ratiba yetu kwa nyimbo za mataifa haya mawili. Tutaanza na wimbo wa taifa la Tanzania na tutafuatia wimbo wa taifa la Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini. Zoezi hili la nyimbo za taifa litaongozwa na brass band ya jeshi la polisi nchini Tanzania. Baada ya hapo tutakwenda moja kwa moja kwenye ratiba yetu ya siku hii ya leo. Lakini niendelee kusisitiza, tunapaswa kutulia, na sasa itoshe tu kuendelea kuwaruhusu brass band ya jeshi la polisi Tanzania waendelee kutoa burudani na kutumbuiza viongozi pamoja na wageni mbalimbali walioko ndani ya ukumbi huu. Brass band, karibuni kwa burudani. Cyril
Ramaphosa, Rais Dr. John Magufuli.
Wapokee kwa makofi.
Waziri wa viwanda wa nchi zote mbili. Na sasa ni ratiba inaanza rasmi kwa nyimbo mbili za taifa, ukianzia wimbo wa Tanzania.
Mheshimiwa Marais, naomba sasa mtuongoze kwa nyimbo za taifa, na nichukue nafasi hii sasa karibisha blast band ya Jeshi la Polisi kwa nyimbo za taifa. Asante blast band. Waheshimiwa, naomba tuketi. Waheshimiwa Marais, ninayo heshima kuanza ratiba yetu kwa kuwatambulisha viongozi mbalimbali walioko ndani ya ukumbi huu. Kwanza kabisa naomba tutambue uwepo wa waheshimiwa mawaziri wa serikali ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania pamoja na Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini. Naomba kwa pamoja tusimame. Mheshimiwa Marais, wapo pia manaibu mawaziri kutoka serikali ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Pamoja nasi tunao wakuu wa vyombo vya ulinzi na usalama kutoka serikali ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania pamoja na Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini. Mheshimiwa Marais, naomba mtambue uwepo wa waheshimiwa mabalozi na wawakilishi wa taasisi za kimataifa nchini Tanzania, ambassadors and head of international institution in Tanzania. Naomba pia mtambue uwepo wa waheshimiwa wabunge wa Bunge la Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Mheshimiwa Marais, naomba mtambue uwepo wa wenyeviti wa bodi za taasisi za umma Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania pamoja na watendaji wakuu wa taasisi hizo. Kwa namna pekee naomba mtambue uwepo wa wenyeviti na watendaji wakuu wa taasisi za sekta binafsi nchini Tanzania na zile kutoka Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini. Mheshimiwa Marais, pia ndani ya ukumbi huu tunao wazee wa mkoa wa Dar es Salaam wakiongozwa na mzee Joseph Butiku, mwenyekiti wa taasisi ya Mwalimu Nyerere Foundation. Mheshimiwa Marais, baada ya utambulisho huo, kwa heshima na taadhima, naomba sasa nimkaribishe Mr. Salum Shamte, mwenyekiti wa Tanzania Private Sector na SADC Business Forum, aje atoe salamu za utangulizi.
Your Excellency, Dr. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency, Matemela Cyril Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Ministers from the governments of South Africa and Tanzania, Honorable Deputy Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished business leaders and government officials from Tanzania and South Africa, invited guests, all protocols observed, good afternoon. On behalf of the private sector in Tanzania, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our brothers and sisters from South Africa. Welcome to Tanzania and welcome to the city of Dar es Salaam, the haven of peace. May the Almighty God make your stay an enjoyable and a fruitful one. May I take this opportunity to express our profound appreciation to Your Excellency, President Cyril Ramaphosa, and members of the South African delegation for your timely visit to Tanzania to further explore investment and trading opportunities and to cement the long-standing bilateral economic and historical ties between our two countries. I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to Your Excellency President Magufuli for inviting and welcoming President Ramaphosa and his delegation. We, the business community, congratulate you, Mr. President, on becoming the chairman of SADC. We also thank and congratulate you. We also thank and congratulate you for ushering in extensive reforms to create an attractive and enabling environment to invest and do business in Tanzania. We believe that during your term as chairman of SADC, you will continue to persuade all SADC countries to seriously focus on creating sustainable and enabling environment for the private sector to prosper and take advantage of the opportunities presented in the market of more than 400 million people in the region and beyond. Your Excellencies, your presence today signals the commitment you have in championing and advancing private sector development as engines of growth. This will lead to the prosperity of businesses, employment, and economic progress of our countries and our people. We would like to assure you of the support and commitment of the private sector in ensuring that together, in partnership, we succeed in this noble endeavor. Your Excellencies, today's forum affords an opportunity for the South African delegates to learn, share experiences, and exchange information about Tanzania's numerous investment and business opportunities. It is also an avenue which will establish robust linkages leading to creation of viable business connections and partnerships for the mutual benefits of the citizens of Tanzania and South Africa. Your Excellencies and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Tanzania is growing at around 7% per annum for the last decade. Tanzania offers massive opportunities in agriculture, livestock, fisheries, mining, tourism, manufacturing, transport, logistics, construction, to name but a few sectors. The fifth phase government of the United Republic of Tanzania, under the able leadership of His Excellency Dr. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli, has focused on industrialization as a vision towards achieving middle income status by 2025. Apart from adopting a zero-tolerance corruption strategy, the public and the private sector have jointly developed a blueprint for regulatory reforms to improve the investment and business environment, and its implementation is already underway. Fully implemented, this will completely change the way Tanzania is facilitating entrepreneurs to invest and do business. Tanzania is also massively investing in improving rail, road, ports, and communication infrastructure, the production, transmission, and distribution of energy from various sources to support the industrialization drive and the improvement of our human resources. Through the reforms and public investment, business environment is steadily improving, and coupled with our peace and stability and the unique geographical positioning of Tanzania, we are a very attractive investment destination. The private sector strives to complement the public sector through public-private partnership and through private investment. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are aware of South Africa's technological, financial, and trade capabilities in various sectors. We believe that through working together in partnership, we can achieve serious development which will be mutually beneficial. We urge that any investment should consider a joint venture approach with local entrepreneurs to ensure a win-win situation to develop. The state visit of Your Excellency President Ramaphosa to Tanzania has come at the right time to revitalize investment and business relationship between our countries. With the backdrop of the SADC meetings, we can deepen the ties of regional integration and further contribute to the economic growth and wealth creation in the region and in Africa. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we again welcome our brothers and sisters from South Africa and beyond to join us in exploring areas of partnerships for investing in Tanzania and in the region in a collaborative win-win approach. We strongly urge the public and the private sector players across the continent to rethink, to unlearn competition, and to embrace more collaboration. Let us work together in public-private partnerships for all endeavors, large and small, because together we will succeed. While you are here, please also visit the many unmatched touristic attractions of Kilimanjaro, Serengeti, Ngorongoro, Zanzibar, and many others, which this beautiful country and the hospitable people of Tanzania have to offer. Karibuni sana na mjisikie mko nyumbani, and thank you very much for your kind attention.
Asante sana na kushukuru. Waheshimiwa marais, sasa ni zamu ya kusikia salamu kutoka kwa mkuu wa mfuko wa Somafco. Nimkaribishe sasa Mr. Tiolohelo Mohorathe kutoka Somafco, kirefu chake ni Solomon Maharang Freedom College. Asante na karibu.
Your Excellency President Dr. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency President Cyril Matemela Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Ministers, Honorable High Commissioners and Ambassadors, Honorable Permanent Secretaries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. My name is Tlulu Muhlati. I grew up in Morogoro from 1983 to 1989. This was possible because in 1979, during South Africa's darkest hours, Tanzania generously gave the ANC land on which its dreams of a liberated South Africa was realized. Not only was a school built called the Solomon Mahlangu Freedom College, abbreviated Somafco, we developed a modern village which included industries such as a carpentry factory, a textile factory, and a farm, amongst other facilities. In our time in Morogoro, at Somafco, during our developmental years, they were so profound and meaningful that together with my team, we have undertaken 11 educational tours since 2008, and we have brought over 400 youth on a pilgrimage to what is best described as a Mecca of the liberation struggle. What is special about this year, apart from the obvious engagements and bilateral discussion, is that we have brought business partners who President Ramaphosa insisted we mobilize to make serious investment proposals in Tanzania. I would strongly encourage you to stay after our principals and left, because these businesses don't want to merely invest in Tanzania, but they are looking for real impact. For example, one company and our state-owned DFI, the DBSA, are seeking to support President Magufuli's inspirational drive in rail projects, road, and the ports, as mentioned earlier. They are already training train conductors in South Africa. Others want to seriously invest in cashew nut processing factories and renewable energy. They are open to partnerships to make this happen. Last but not least, we as the Somafco Trust are pleased to share that we have been working with global consulting engineering firm Oricon to launch an exciting precinct project in Morogoro. The precinct will not only preserve and, most importantly, promote our shared heritage, it will also contribute to unlocking the economic potential that the SGR project will enable in Morogoro and other parts of the country. President Magufuli, Mazimbu ni nyumbani. Ni nyumbani yetu, and we are truly passionate about this country, and would like to ask you to please join President Ramaphosa, who over the last 3 years has steadfastly supported the project we've been pursuing. Please join him in supporting this project, and we'll take it from there. Asanteni.
Naomba tumshangilie kwa makofi mengi tafadhali. Mheshimiwa Marais Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, na Mheshimiwa Cyril Ramaphosa, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini. Sasa ni zamu ya kusikia salamu kutoka kwa waheshimiwa mawaziri wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania na wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini. Na tutaanza na Mheshimiwa Balozi Amina Salum Ali, Waziri wa Biashara na Viwanda kutoka Serikali ya Mapinduzi ya Zanzibar. Mheshimiwa Balozi, karibu.
Mheshimiwa Dr. John Joseph Pombe Magufuli, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Cyril Ramaphosa, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini, Mheshimiwa Kabudi, Profesa Kabudi, Waziri wa Mambo ya Nje na Ushirikiano Afrika Mashariki, Mheshimiwa Waziri wa Mambo ya Nje na Mapando wa Serikali wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini, Mheshimiwa Innocent Bashungwa, Waziri wa Viwanda na Biashara Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Nkosani Kobaye Ngubane, Waziri wa Utalii wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini, waheshimiwa mawaziri wa Serikali ya Muungano wa Tanzania na Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini, waheshimiwa viongozi wa vyombo vya ulinzi na viongozi wa vyombo mbalimbali vya Serikali ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Salum Shamte, mwenyekiti wa taasisi ya sekta binafsi na taasisi ya wafanyabiashara wa SADC, wawakilishi wa jumuiya ya wafanyabiashara wa Tanzania, wawakilishi kutoka wafanyabiashara kutoka Afrika Kusini, wageni waalikwa, mabibi na mabwana, itifaki imezingatiwa. Mheshimiwa Rais, awali ya yote naomba nianze kwa kumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu mtukufu kwa kutujalia uzima na kuweza kukutana siku hii maalum katika jitihada ya kuimarisha ushirikiano wa nchi zetu mbili, Tanzania na Afrika Kusini. Pia namshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kuzijalia nchi zetu hizi kubaki katika hali ya amani, utulivu na upendo katika jamii yetu, na tunamuomba Mola wetu aendelee kuzibariki nchi zetu hizi na watu wake ziendelee kuwa ni nchi za amani na utulivu daima na milele. Pia tunamuomba Mwenyezi Mungu akujalie wewe rais wetu mpendwa Mheshimiwa Dr. John Pombe Magufuli na ndugu yako Mheshimiwa Cyril Ramaphosa afya njema, hekima na busara za kuendelea kutuongoza nchi zetu. Mheshimiwa Rais, naomba nichukue nafasi hii ya kushukuru kupata fursa hii adhimu ya kusimama mbele yenu kuzungumza machache kuhusu mkutano huu, jukwaa hili mahali ambao unalenga kuimarisha udugu wetu na mshikamano wetu ulioanzishwa na baba wa taifa hayati Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere na mwenzake hayati mzee Nelson Mandela katika jitihada zao za kulikomboa bara letu la Afrika. Hivyo mjumuiko huu wetu ni katika jitihada za kuendelea kuzienzi fikra za waasisi wetu, kukumbuka historia yetu, silika na utamaduni wetu ambavyo ni tunu kubwa za mataifa yetu. Waheshimiwa marais, tunakupongezeni sana sana kwa uamuzi wenu huu wa kuja hapa kusikiliza katika hili jukwaa maalum la biashara. Mheshimiwa Rais, wa Tanzania na wa Afrika Kusini ni wamoja na tumekuwa tukishirikiana katika mambo mengi ikiwa ni pamoja na kufanya biashara na uwekezaji. Jambo la kufurahisha zaidi ni kuwa uwekezaji wa nchi ya Afrika Kusini umefika hadi Zanzibar na tunauthamini sana. Mheshimiwa Rais, moja ya nguzo ya kuimarisha biashara na uwekezaji ni matumizi ya lugha ambayo irahisishe mawasiliano na ni moja ya njia kuelewana na kuweka mazingira rahisi na mazuri ya kukuza biashara. Katika siku za hivi karibuni, chini ya uongozi wako makini, tumeshuhudia juhudi zako na za ndugu yako Mheshimiwa Rais Cyril Ramaphosa, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini, kwa kushirikiana kuhakikisha kwamba lugha yetu ya ukombozi wa bara la Afrika, yaani Kiswahili, inafundishwa katika mitaala ya elimu nchini Afrika Kusini. Ni imani kwamba hatua hii muhimu itazidi kuimarisha udugu wetu na mshikamano, na matokeo yake itasaidia sana kukuza utengamano wetu na kuongeza biashara si tu baina ya Afrika Kusini na Tanzania, na itasambaa kwa kasi zaidi katika ukanda wetu mzima wa jumuiya yetu hii ya SADC. Mheshimiwa Rais, kupitia jukwaa hili nitatupa nafasi ya kuzungumza na kujadili mbinu na mikakati muhimu ya kuongeza mashirikiano kwenye uwekezaji baina ya nchi zetu, hivyo kuongeza kwa kiwango cha juu uwekezaji kwenye maeneo muhimu kwa maendeleo yetu. Vile vile ipo haja pia kuzungumza njia za kuongeza biashara za pande zote mbili ili ziongezeke kasi na kukuza kiwango cha biashara baina ya nchi zetu ukilinganisha na mauzo tunayofanya na nchi zilizo nje ya kanda yetu na Afrika. Nchi zetu zina kila sababu ya kushirikiana na kubadilishana mbinu za mikakati na kuongeza ujuzi wa fani mbalimbali ikiwemo elimu maalum inayohitajika Tanzania, teknolojia, uwekezaji wa kifedha, na hatimaye tunaweza kuwa ndiyo nguzo kubwa ya maendeleo katika jumuiya yetu ya mashirikiano ya SADC na Afrika kwa ujumla. Mheshimiwa Rais, baada ya maelezo haya mafupi na kwa kuelewa utayari wako na uzalendo wako sio tu kwa Tanzania, pia kwa bara la Afrika ikiwemo na nchi rafiki kama hii ya Afrika Kusini, umesimama kwa uthabiti katika kukuza uwekezaji na kuondoa urasimu na vikwazo katika biashara baina ya nchi zetu za kanda na Afrika. Kwani kufanya hivyo ni kuweka misingi muhimu ya kukuza uchumi na maendeleo endelevu na ya ustawi wa wananchi wetu. Mheshimiwa Rais, nasema hongera sana waheshimiwa marais kwa kutukutanisha pamoja katika tukio hili muhimu na la kihistoria. Naomba nimalizie kwa kurudia kauli mbiu ya SADC, umoja wetu ndio nguvu yetu. Karibuni sana, asante sana.
Asante sana, naomba tumpongeze kwa makofi. Waheshimiwa marais, naomba mtambue uwepo wa makatibu wakuu na manaibu makatibu wakuu kutoka Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania na Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini. Makatibu wakuu, naomba tusimame. Asanteni sana. Waheshimiwa marais, sasa ni zamu ya kusikia salamu kutoka Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini, na kwa heshima kubwa naomba nimkaribishe Kensani Kubai Ngubane, waziri wa utalii kutoka Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini.
Thank you very much, Program Director. His Excellency President Joseph Magufuli, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, the President of the Republic of South Africa, ministers and deputy ministers from both the countries, members of parliament, members of the diplomatic corps, captains of industries from both the United Republic of Tanzania and the Republic of South Africa, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. South Africa and Tanzania enjoy very cordial and fraternal relations forged over decades in the battlefield of political, social, and economic emancipation. After centuries of struggle, today our two countries are liberated and are, in many ways, taking practical steps to eradicate the scourge of poverty, unemployment, and underdevelopment. In this regard, the private sector remains a key partner and driver of the growth that our countries need to win this battle to create a more fair, equitable, healthy, and sustainable communities. The instruments to help us achieve these laudable goals are encapsulated in the various economic cooperation agreements signed at the highest level of the two governments. These agreements seek to enhance trade and investment between two countries and establishes formal and regular consultative structures at both senior official level and ministerial level, as well as at the private sector level. The agreements include, amongst others, Memorandum of Understanding on Economic Cooperation signed in 1998 with a new generation Memorandum of Understanding currently under negotiation. Agreement for the avoidance of double taxation and the prevention of fiscal evasion with respect to taxes on income signed in 2005. Agreement for the promotion and reciprocal protection of investments signed in 2005. Agreements between the government of the Republic of South Africa and the government of the United Republic of Tanzania on the establishment of a binational commission signed in 2011. In addition, our two countries are also bound together and committed to the successful conclusions of the SADC Free Trade Agreement, the COMESA, EAC, SADC Tripartite Free Trade Agreements, and siku EAC negotiations. Excellencies, these agreements are designed primarily to help foster and incentivize the establishment of effective and flourishing partnerships at government-to-government level, government-to-business level, and business-to-business levels between our two countries. It is within this spirit that our government, ably led by President Cyril Ramaphosa, has made a conscious and deliberate decision to advocate for the inclusion of a business forum on the margins of every state visits or high-level event to accentuate the importance of partnerships and cooperation to enable the realization of strategic objectives outlined in our national, regional, continental, and international levels. However, we must recognize that as governments, our role is to create an enabling environment that incentivizes, protects, and encourages the private sector to unleash the power of their creative abilities, ingenuity, and entrepreneurial spirit in order to translate public policies into more trade and more investment, more growth, more jobs, which is the bedrock of every nation that aspires to climb the upper echelons of prosperity, well-being, and wealth. It is our deep desire to work together with the government and people of Tanzania to achieve these noble goals. In this regard, it is incumbent upon our two countries to put in place measures and instruments that will be required to assist us to better manage and deal with the opportunities, challenges, and threats that could be generated by what we envisage and expect to be a very exciting and promising future characterized by increased bilateral two-way trade and investments. We owe it to the current and future generations to establish a solid and effective platform that should, if well and properly managed, catapult our two countries as leading players in the African continental integration and economic development agenda. With those words, and on behalf of the Republic of South Africa, I wish you a successful business engagement. And again, thank you for hosting us here today, colleagues from Tanzania. Asante sana, siyabonga na kenza.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Waziri kwa salamu kutoka kwa wenzetu Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini. Mheshimiwa Marais, kwa heshima kubwa, sasa ni zamu ya Mheshimiwa Innocent Basungwa, mbunge, waziri wa viwanda na biashara kutoka Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania.
Mheshimiwa Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Cyril Ramaphosa, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini, Waheshimiwa mawaziri kutoka Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini, Waheshimiwa mawaziri wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Engineer Stella Manyanya, Naibu Waziri wa Viwanda na Biashara, Waheshimiwa manaibu waziri mliopo hapa, Waheshimiwa mabalozi, Mheshimiwa Suleiman Sadik, mwenyekiti wa kamati ya kudumu ya Bunge ya Viwanda, Biashara na Mazingira, Katibu Mkuu wa Wizara ya Viwanda na Biashara Profesa Buchoshaija, Waheshimiwa wabunge wenzangu, Waheshimiwa wajumbe wa Baraza la Wawakilishi Serikali ya Mapinduzi Zanzibar, natambua uwepo wa mzee Joseph Butiku, mwenyekiti wa Nyerere Foundation, waheshimiwa makatibu wakuu na manaibu wa katibu wakuu, viongozi wa vyombo vya ulinzi na usalama, mwenyekiti wa Tanzania Private Sectors Foundation mzee Shamte, wafanyabiashara kutoka Jamhuri ya Afrika ya Kusini, wafanyabiashara kutoka Tanzania, viongozi wa taasisi, sekta binafsi na umma mliopo hapa, waheshimiwa marais, awali ya yote niungane na waliotangulia kuongea kumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwanza kwa kuwajalia afya njema marais wetu. Lakini pia waheshimiwa marais, namshukuru sana Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kudumisha undugu na urafiki uliopo baina ya nchi zetu. Namshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa yote. Waheshimiwa marais, niungane na wewe Mheshimiwa Rais wetu Dr. John Pombe Magufuli pamoja na Watanzania kumkaribisha Mheshimiwa Rais Cyril Ramaphosa pamoja na ujumbe wake kwa kuitembelea Tanzania. Tunaungana Rais wetu kuwakaribisha sana Mheshimiwa Rais Ramaphosa. Waheshimiwa marais, sijasimama mbele yenu kuhutubia, bali nimesimama mbele yenu kwanza kwa niaba ya Jumuiya ya Wafanyabiashara kutoka Tanzania na Afrika ya Kusini kuwashukuruni sana kwa kutenga muda wenu pamoja na majukumu mlionayo. Mmetuheshimu sana kuja kuzungumza na sisi. Tunawashukuru sana kwa niaba ya halaiki iliyopo mbele yenu. Lakini pia nitumie nafasi hii kuwashukuru sana Jumuiya ya Wafanyabiashara wa Tanzania na Afrika Kusini. Kwa kweli ukumbi umejaa mpaka ni raha tupu. Nawashukuru sana kwa kujitokeza kuwasikiliza na kuwapokea marais wetu. Wafanyabiashara kutoka Tanzania, sasa kazi kwenu. Mheshimiwa Rais wetu, kwanza tunakushukuru sana jitihada za serikali unayoiongoza za kujenga miundombinu mbalimbali, ujenzi wa reli, umeme, bandari, shirika la ndege. Sasa tunaona jitihada zako za kuhakikisha miundombinu hii inasaidia sekta zinazozalisha na tunakupongeza sana kwa kuendelea kuiweka private sector mbele, kwani private sector ndiyo engine ya kusaidia Watanzania kwenda kwenye uchumi wa kati. Tunakupongeza sana rais wetu kwa jitihada hizo. Tunakushukuru kwa kuendelea kutuandalia na kuweka mazingira ya wafanyabiashara wetu kufanya bilateral engagement pamoja na wafanyabiashara wengine. Tunawashukuru sana wafanyabiashara kutoka Afrika Kusini. Hapa ni kwenu. Matumaini yangu ni kwamba mtakaa na wafanyabiashara kutoka Tanzania, muongee dili na dili hizo zifanyikie hapa Tanzania, kwa sababu Tanzania kila kukicha tunazidi kuweka mazingira uwezeshi ya kufanya biashara na kuwekeza hapa. Kwa hiyo tunawakaribisha sana sana. Mheshimiwa Rais, baada ya kusema hayo, na kwa vile halaiki hii na Watanzania wanahamu sana ya kukusikia Mheshimiwa Rais pamoja na mgeni wako Mheshimiwa Rais Cyril Ramaphosa, kwa heshima kabisa naomba nitumie nafasi hii Mheshimiwa Rais wetu kukaribisha ili uweze kuongea na halaiki ya wafanya biashara pamoja na Watanzania. Mheshimiwa Rais, nakukaribisha sana.
It makes me very difficult which language I should use. Your Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa, honorable ministers from Tanzania and South Africa, honorable member of parliament, permanent secretaries, distinguished member of the business community from Tanzania and South Africa, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I feel greatly honored to have the opportunity to attend a business forum between Tanzania and South Africa for the second time. As you all may recall, on 11th May 2017, at this very place, I and the former president of South Africa, His Excellency Jacob Zuma, had the privilege to attend another business forum between our two countries. Indeed, these two business fora demonstrate our resolve for a deeper economic cooperation between our two brotherly nations. Before I proceed with my remark, allow me, on behalf of the government and the people of the United Republic of Tanzania, to once again extend a very warm welcome to Your Excellency and my dear brother, President Ramaphosa. I also commend you for your decision to come with this higher level business delegation. In this regards, I would also like warmly welcome my brothers and sisters from the South African business community who have come to meet their Tanzanian counterparts in order to discuss and explore business opportunities between our two countries. Kindly feel at home, for indeed Tanzania is your second home. Your Excellencies President Ramaphosa, distinguished participants, this business forum, it comes at a point when our two nations are fully committed to the furtherance of our economic cooperation. It is an evidence fact that in the past, our nations were brought together by struggle for political liberations against apartheid. However, since the return of the majority rule in South Africa, our nations are now directing their attention towards economic liberations. In my humble opinion, this must constitute an overarching mission, not only for two nations, but for the whole of Africa. This is important because even our political liberation will make no sense if this mission remains unaccomplished. For we shall remain dependent on economic powerful nations. Therefore, as a friendly and brother nations, we must direct our effort towards economic liberations. That is only directions left ahead of us, and we have no other choice. As such, this business forum must bring us together in a view to diverging on implementation concrete strategies for a more profound cooperation in the domain of trade and investment. Indeed, our shared history has taught us to work closely. Let us continue in the same directions. Your Excellency President Ramaphosa, honorable readers, distinguished participants, South Africa is our major economic and business partner. Statistics can attest to this fact. In 2018, the volume of trade between our nations amounted to $1,108.2 million US, where Tanzania imported goods and services with $437.2 million US, being an increase by 5.3% compared to $515.152 million US in 2017. On the other hand, the export value from Tanzania to South Africa accounted for $743.02 million in 2018, being an increase by 6.8% compared to $699.791 million in 2017. Based on these statistics, South Africa ranks second among the leading country destinations of Tanzania's export, with a 16.7% share of all our export commodities. In the same vein, more than 70% of all Tanzanians' export to SADC go to South Africa. The main exports from Tanzania to South Africa include minerals, especially gold, cotton, tea, tobacco, wheat flour, simsim, coffee, cereals, spices from Zanzibar, fruits, and vegetables. On the other hand, Tanzanians' major imports include various types of machineries, electric equipments, beverage, sugar, rubber, cosmetic, detergents, vehicle, plastic, and transportation equipment. Apart from that, South Africa has a total of 228 investment projects in Tanzania with US $860.05 million availing 21,075 employment opportunities, making it the 13th largest investors in Tanzania. Your Excellencies, President Ramaphosa, honorable leaders, distinguished participants, a quick assessment of the few statistics that I have just presented attest to the strength of our cooperations in trade and investment, and that this cooperation has been growing year after year. Furthermore, the balance of trade between our nations is yet another indicator of our close cooperations. Certainly, these achievements are ascribed to our long-standing diplomatic, political, and economic ties. Despite this achievement, a lot of trade and investment potentials remain unexploited. In fact, if we fully utilize all the available opportunities, our bilateral trade and investment cooperation would attain a new and unprecedented height. The industrial sector presents a major investment opportunity which is full aligned with the visions of the current 50th government. It is a fact that in our country, the level of productions of manufactured goods is still very low. And so, is it contributions to the nation's gross product, GDP, it is actually less than 15%. Therefore, as a nation, we are determined to promote the manufacturing sector by encouraging the establishments of industries that add value to our products with a view to cutting down the amount of primary goods exported out of our country and finished goods imported from abroad. We want fabricate textile from our cotton to process meat. Actually, Tanzania is the second largest amount of animals after Ethiopia. To fabricate leather materials using our livestock, to process fish from our ocean, lakes, rivers, and ponds, to produce sugar and edible oil using our locally available produce, and etc. Our ultimate goal is to reach a stage where we can process all our primary goods and eventually abandon the current practice of exporting raw material from our country. Exporting raw material means you are also exporting jobs. In line with this above argument, I recognize that South Africa is one of the major buyers of minerals and precious stones from Tanzania. We invite you to build mineral smelters and refineries in order to add value to the mineral product prior to the exportations. I'm certain that you have the necessary technology and the donors are open for the door are open for investment in this area. And I'm really assuring you the door is open and will continue to be open for this area. Of particular importance is that the issue of investment in the pharmaceutical industries. Our country, and I believe this is the case with the other SADC countries, spend a lot of foreign exchange for importations of medical supplies. I have mentioned this during our discussion with President Ramaphosa. This is due to lack of pharmaceutical industries. At present, our medical stores department has been given the mandate by the Global Fund to procure medical supplies for all SADC member countries. It is, however, unfortunate that 94% of the medical supplies are imported from abroad. We have failed to fully utilize this opportunity due to industrial backwardness. We thus invite all serious investors from South Africa to invest in the industrial sector, including pharmaceutical industries. Our major focus resides on industries that utilize the locally available primary goods. It goes without saying that South Africa is far more advanced in terms of industrial technology compared to many African countries. So the room is there for you. It is therefore important and useful to share experiences and utilize the available technology to develop the industrial sector in Africa, and more so in the SADC sub-regions. Your Excellency, President Ramaphosa, ladies and gentlemen, tourism is another area with huge investment potentials. For those who might not be aware, Tanzania ranks second in the world in terms of number of tourist attractions behind Brazil. However, these attractions have not been developed and fully utilized to contribute the right share to the GDP. It is in these recognitions the government is undertaking a concerted effort to promote the tourist sector by focusing on all tourist circuits, the northern, the southern, and the northwest circuit. For instance, we have recently established 3 new national parks in the northwest circuit, and another one is due to be established in the southern circuit. Efforts are also being undertaken to develop beach tourism along the coast of Indian Ocean, with a coastline covering 1,424 kilometers. Measures are also underway to develop sports, culture, and historical tourism. In this regard, we call for investors from South Africa to invest especially in tourist infrastructure, including hotels, camps, transport, and etc., both in the mainlands and Tanzania. Connected to this, I would like to propose to the distinguished participants, if time so permit, please visit some of our tourist attractions. Do not only for the enjoyment, but also for exploring and identifying areas for investment. Your Excellencies, it is clear that South Africa has made great strides in field of motor assembly. When I came to your country during the inauguration ceremony of my brother, His Excellency Ramaphosa, I was able to see myself the advancement you have attained in motor assembly technology and how you encourage your people to purchase vehicles assembled in South Africa. In fact, I did not see old vehicles causing noise and air pollution on the road, especially for those roads which I used during the time when I was in South Africa. We also invited serious stakeholders, or business people from South Africa, to establish motor assembly industries in our country. The market is huge and readily available. Actually, it's really unfair to buy a car 1,000 kilometers from Dar es Salaam than to buy cars just a few kilometers from South Africa. Your Excellency President Ramaphosa, honorable leaders, I have so far pointed out some investment opportunities available in our country. At this juncture, I deem it important to explain very briefly effort being undertaken by the government to create a conducive environment for trade and investment. First and most importantly, the government has established a new ministry specifically responsible for investment under the Prime Minister's office. Secondly, in order to promote industries and investment, we have set export processing zone and special economic zones. We have further continued to put in place enabling infrastructure, including the implementation of various energy projects in order to reduce production cost. One of them is the flagship projects of Nyerere Dam in Rufiji Basin, coast regions, which will generate 2,115 megawatts. We have also undertaken to develop transports and transportation infrastructure, including road, air, water, and railway transport. Regarding air transport, we have revamped our national carrier, Air Tanzania, and as you might have witnessed, we have recently established direct flight to South Africa. This direct flight is scheduled 4 times a week. This arrangement will facilitate not only trade and investment, but also promote tourism between our countries. In line with that, airports are being expanded. I am sure you have seen it. Roads are constructed all over the country. Marine ports are being expanded and a new ship constructed. Most importantly, we are constructing a standard gauge railway covering 1,800 kilometers from Dar es Salaam to Mwanza, Kigoma regional, and then the railway line will later connect our neighboring Burundi and Rwanda. Another measures involved the review of our legal and regulatory framework in order to simplify investment procedures and get rid of bureaucracies. We undertake all these measures because our country has its door large open to all investors, both local and international. In this connection, I urge all investors not to head to street propaganda that our country is not investors friendly. Those are empty words uttered by individuals with ill intentions against our nation. This government is a great friend of all investors. Above all, Tanzania is a peaceful country and politically stable. The investment environment is therefore predictable. Do not be deceived. Your Excellency, President Ramaphosa, honorable readers, distinguished participants, quite often at the end of business fora like this, participants do exchange phone numbers and other contacts in order to keep in touch. But it is also possible that no concrete actions follow thereafter. In fact, some participants may end up getting girlfriends or boyfriends instead of establishing business relations. That said, I do intend to stop you from getting girlfriends and boyfriends, but I just wanted to summarize my message in the following terms. 1, your discussion must focus on concrete issues rather than generalities of which no implementation can be affected. 2, upon the conclusions of the forum, secure business partners and reach some concrete preliminary arrangement. Number 3, identify areas of trade and investment and prepare for implementation. Without concrete resolutions and a follow-up for implementation, this forum might not yield intended results. After this remark, I wish you a successful forum and a fruitful deliberations for the mutual benefits of our both country and their people. May God bless you all. Thank you for your kind attention. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiliza.
Naomba tumpigie makofi mengi sana Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Dr. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli. Mheshimiwa Marais, kwa heshima kubwa naomba sasa nimkaribishe tena Mheshimiwa Innocent Bashungwa Mbunge, Waziri wa Viwanda na Biashara kutoka Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, aweze kuja na kumkaribisha Mheshimiwa Cyril Ramaphosa, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini. Mheshimiwa Waziri, karibu.
Waheshimiwa marais, kwa heshima na taazima, naomba nitumie fursa hii kumkaribisha Mheshimiwa Rais Cyril Ramaphosa aweze kutuhutubia. Mheshimiwa Rais, karibu sana.
Program Director, Your Excellency President John Magufuli, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers from both South Africa and Tanzania, business leaders, leaders of government institutions, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. I'd like to first express my gratitude to all of you who have taken time to come to this business forum. This is one of the most well-attended business forums that I have been to in my humble view. Thank you very much. We are pleased to be in your beautiful country, President Magufuli. We as South Africans also come from a very beautiful country. But because Tanzania and the people of Tanzania carved a very historic place for their country to be regarded as the Mecca of the struggle, it has been whispered to me that God is about to decide which one of the two countries is the most beautiful. And I'll whisper it to you during the dinner tonight, President Magufuli, so you might be able to get another accolade as a country. But I have no doubt it will be said that Tanzania is the most beautiful of the two countries. Having said that, allow me, Your Excellency, to pass on our condolences to the families and to the people of Tanzania following the devastating disaster that led to the deaths of more than 70 people. We wish the families of those who have lost their loved ones strength as they go through this valley of darkness, as they come to terms with their loss. But we also wish those who are still in hospital a good recovery. South Africa and Tanzania are bound together by a shared history and a shared vision of a united and prosperous Africa. We can never express our gratitude enough as South Africans for the support that you gave us as a country during our days of struggle, during our most difficult period in the history of our country. You accommodated us, you trained us, you supported us in many, many ways, and you even made enormous sacrifices. And for this, we are eternally grateful. We're eternally grateful, and that is why the bonds between us are not only historic, but they are also the bonds of blood, and we thank you for this. So we've been bound together over decades by a spirit of selflessness, solidarity, and struggle. These attributes have helped us to forge a partnership that has withstood the brutality of the apartheid system and the arrogance of colonial domination. After centuries of exploitation and oppression, our continent is today free from external political dominance, thanks to the selfless sacrifices of those who have gone before us. We are therefore honored to set foot here on the soil of the United Republic of Tanzania, a country that has always been at the forefront of the struggle for the emancipation of the African people. Your Excellency, we are certain that the discussions we have had today will further strengthen the strong historic bonds between our two nations. We trust that our presence here today will enable our two countries to strengthen cooperation in every sphere of life towards the attainment of national, regional, and continental aspirations. The recent launch of the operationalization of the African Continental Free Trade Area, an ambitious initiative to integrate the economies of this continent, provides a further opportunity for our two countries to cooperate for the mutual benefit of our people. We are therefore eager to explore how, as governments, we can work together with our respective business communities to achieve inclusive growth and development. This initiative makes manifest the timeless words of the late President Julius Nyerere when he said, "Without unity, there is no future for Africa." The achievement of consensus amongst African countries on the Continental Free Trade Area is a sign of the future that is to come, of a transformative Africa built on the principle of shared and inclusive growth. Over the coming decades, the population of our continent will grow to well over 1 billion people. The population of cities and universities will expand at an even greater rate, and by 2030, African consumers will spend well over $2.5 trillion. The resultant boom that this offers us is an unprecedented opportunity to leverage this demographic dividend to promote rapid industrialization and development. By realizing this opportunity and grabbing it, it is possible that we will be able to remove the difficulties and deal with those difficulties that we have had in the past. But in order to do so, we will have to remove barriers that prevent business from thriving. Our own country is currently going through a low cycle of growth. In our engagement with the business community, who in our country represent 70% of the broad size of our economy, the other 30 being represented by state-owned enterprises. As we have engaged with them, they have cited a number of reasons why we may be growing at such a low rate. And some of those reasons they have cited have been policy uncertainty and inconsistency over the past few years. They have extolled us to remove barriers that impede business from investing and to enhance the ease of doing business and establish one-stop offices that will ensure that the arbitrariness in the application of laws and regulation and the bureaucracy that seeps in to impede business confidence is done away with. We have paid heed to these concerns and have found that by paying attention to these matters actually increases the confidence of business people in doing business in our country. Some of the issues that they had raised with us were fairly simple and straightforward things, such as visa regulations. They said the visa regulations that we've got are too stringent, and as a result, they prevent not only tourists from coming to South Africa, but they also prevent business travelers, executives, and managers from coming to South Africa easily. And they have said to us, remove all these barriers, and you will see that your economy will begin to respond in a positive way. They have also said, and they identified a number of reasons, and they have also said the arbitrariness of government officials in stopping businesses from growing is something that we should pay attention to. And they cited examples like in the mining industry, for instance, an official will just arrive after a worker has been injured on the finger or in the hand and shut down the mine for the whole day. And they've said, that is too arbitrary. You should not do that because that kills business confidence. And they say increase business confidence and increase their trust in your ability to apply the laws of the land, and you will see that business confidence will increase. This is what we are about now. We are involved in a mission to increase business confidence because we want to attract a lot of these people with a lot of money to come to South Africa to invest. So the creation of a conducive environment for investment is therefore essential for economic growth and job creation. All this can only be achieved through cooperation between business and government, where each party heeds each other's concerns. Where the business sector also does pay heed to the concerns that the government has to say, and vice versa. As we take steps to address these economic challenges that our country faces, we are forging stronger relations with business, but not only with business, with labor as well, and community-based organizations, so that we can tackle job creation and ensure that there is social justice across a number of areas of human endeavor. To generate our economy and to put our country on a growth trajectory, we have decided to focus on a number of key priorities. The one is to transform the economy of our country and create jobs. The other one is to focus on education and skills and health, and to consolidate the social wage through reliable and quality basic services that we want to continue making available to the people of our country. We also are focusing on human settlements and the spatial integration in our country and strengthening the various levels of government, particularly government at local level, which is the real reciprocity of investment. Because when investors invest, they don't invest at State House or in our case at the union buildings. They invest at the local level, and that is the area that we want to strengthen. But we also want to ensure that we promote social cohesion in our country and unite the South African nation into a united nation that will tackle the challenges that we face. But another important area is to create a capable developmental state that will tackle incidents of corruption and make sure that we rid our country of corrupt activities and corrupt people. But more importantly, we are focused on another key priority, which is to create a better Africa and a better world. Our focus is to be Pan-African, is to ensure that whatever we do, we will focus on South Africa, no doubt, but focus on our continent as well. And it is for this reason that we felt honored to be invited here, because this is part of our process on ensuring that we unite our efforts in the two countries so that we can tackle economic growth together. Now, through these measures, we are convinced that growth will be the derivative that will flow from our efforts in this regard. South Africa is ready and prepared to craft a new partnership model with Tanzania, where government and business work together to clear the way for more investment to flow between our two countries. I'm therefore extremely pleased that specific project ideas have been presented and discussed during the course of this business forum. Last year, trade between our two countries amounted to $470 million, with South Africa being the largest purchaser of Tanzanian exports. South African firms are among the top 5 largest investors in Tanzania, operating in areas like mining, manufacturing, finance, ICT, and telecoms. President Magufuli informed me that there are some 228 South African companies operating in Tanzania. We are naturally very pleased about this. We also want a number of Tanzanian companies to come and invest in South Africa. Let us match each other as we cross-invest in each other's economies. We confirm that these South African businesses operating here have taken advantage of the wonderful relationship that exists between the government of Tanzania and South Africa. We have reinforced this strong economic base by signing agreements between our two governments to promote investment and to cooperate on issues of investment, trade, and industry. We recognize that to strengthen our economic ties, we must redouble our efforts to promote the industrialization between our two countries and across the African continent. We must learn from the lessons of other regions in the world where imbalanced development has limited the impact of regional integration and threatened the longevity of regional blocs. No African country will be able to reach its potential while its neighbors lag behind. South Africa recognizes this and looks to Tanzania as a strategic partner in this long march to build a prosperous society. We have a shared responsibility to drive forward SADC's initiatives to promote deeper integration and accelerated industrialization. The SADC Industrialization Strategy Roadmap and Action Plan represent a base from which our region can begin building a conducive environment for the development of competitive regional value chains. Our two countries must identify and invest in the value chains that have the greatest potential to drive growth and employment. This will require that we naturally expand our efforts in developing appropriate infrastructure, improving the movement of goods across borders, and building the skills and technologies that are needed to compete in an increasingly digitized global economy. These efforts will unlock enormous value for our business communities. Investments in large cross-border infrastructure projects will improve the business environment. There is just no doubt about that. But they will also stimulate economic activity and could be used to drive African manufacturing. It is estimated that Africa will need to invest between $130 billion and $170 billion a year to meet our infrastructure needs. If there ever was a time for us to do all this, this is the time to do so. But through this, we will be able to empower local businesses to provide the goods and services needed to complete these projects. We must necessarily ensure that regional investments empower regional firms as well, in country. This means opening the path for regional trade, resolving outstanding border bottlenecks, and cooperating to align our customs and inspection systems. Trucks that are traveling between South Africa and Tanzania tend to spend a significant amount of time idle at border gates and border posts, slowing down the movement of goods and raising costs for exporters. We must work to develop regional systems for the movement of goods that enable trade without compromising security. Now, these initiatives are particularly important because of the new opportunities that are being offered to businesses across the African continent by the tripartite free trade area and the continental free trade area. Both of these agreements offer a drastically expanded horizon for African trade and investments, and they also offer the potential for development on a regional productive hub that can be leveraged to compete globally. While the African Free Trade Area Agreement is the first priority, the real work must then begin to ensure that the agreement is implemented and firms are supported to use the available preferences. Now, alongside investment in infrastructure, we need, as a people, to work together to invest in the youth of our countries. The youth of our countries are the future of our continent. For the continental free trade area to succeed, we are going to need those young people to be skilled and to have a knowledge base that will enable them to build competitive industries and to open up new economic frontiers. They are the ones who will inherit the success and the progress that will be yielded by this new free trade agreement. As companies invest, they need to be encouraged to promote the development of local skills and capabilities, not only to sustain their own enterprises, but to also develop the local economies on which business growth depends. Africa has great challenges, but it is also a vast continent of great unprecedented opportunity. Now, the whole world is looking at Africa to be the next growth story in the economies of the world. And we as Africans better get ready. We better get ready to reap this great benefit that we are going to, because we are the ones who are going to be leading in the creation of new technologies. We are the ones who are possibly going to be the factory of the whole world, just as China has been the factory of the world. And more, we are going to inherit that mantle, and we better be ready. And our companies sitting here better be ready for this new frontier that is approaching us. It is ours. The hour for Africa has arrived. Now, even as we do this, we have no doubt about the difficulties involved in trying to get onto this platform. Our objective to build thriving, integrated, and inclusive economies will require the work of a generation. But this is work worth doing, and this is a future worth building. Together we fought colonialism, and together we fought apartheid, a horribly evil, oppressive system. We fought both evils and defeated them. Now together, we now have the great opportunity to build a prosperous future for the people of Tanzania and for the people of South Africa, and indeed for the people of our continent as a whole. Let us take this opportunity and make it real. Thank you very much.
Naomba tupige makofi mengi, kumpongeza na kumshukuru kwa makofi mengi Mheshimiwa Cyril Ramaphosa, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini. Naomba tuketi. Waheshimiwa marais, kwa mujibu wa ratiba, kinachofuata sasa ni itifaki ya picha, na kwa heshima kubwa tutaanza na mawaziri, manaibu mawaziri, makatibu wakuu na manaibu makatibu wakuu kutoka Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania na wenzetu kutoka Jamhuri ya Afrika Kusini. Ministers, deputy ministers, permanent secretaries and deputy permanent secretaries from United Republic of Tanzania and Republic of South Africa, please come forward for a family photograph. Naomba tuje tupite, tutapanda upande huu, watapita huku, tutapanda huku, alafu tutatokea ule upande wa kushoto wa waheshimiwa marais. Naomba tupite.
Na mtazamaji wa
Makofi mengi sana kwa brass band ya Jeshi la Polisi Tanzania. Waheshimiwa marais, kwa nyimbo hizo mbili za taifa ndiyo tunafika mwisho wa ratiba yetu kwa siku ya leo. Nitaomba tuendelee kusimama na Jeshi la Polisi, ile brass band wataimba wimbo maalum ambao Mheshimiwa Dr. John
na nyimbo za taifa mataifa haya mawili